Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. You know, blended families have become increasingly common in recent years, but so are the difficulties associated in being one. Don't believe me? Just watch an episode of The Brady Bunch. If you already have a blended family, or if you're thinking about blending your family with your partners, this next segment is you. Joining us now with some tips on a successful blended family relationships is Randy and Scarlett Tandy. They're going to tell us how they're enjoying their blended family, but how we can enjoy ours as well. My first most important question is, what happened to the mom and dad on Brady Bunch? You know, we never found out why they were single. I'm just joking. You don't have to answer that. So start off, tell me a little bit about your own blended little family.
Well, first off, we want to say thanks for having us here.
Sure.
Yes, I'm Scarlett, and this is Randall. And our family came together because actually a mutual friend brought us together and told me about this hunk right here.
All right, simmer
And
down.
yeah, and we have daughters with the same name, so it was like a no-go to
Oh,
start out with.
wow.
He has a Riley and I have a Riley, so I was like, yeah, that will never work. But thank goodness we moved past that. And so I brought two kids. They were 3 and 5 at the time, and he had a daughter. He had been single for about 4 years, and I was more freshly divorced. When we came together, we hit it off, and now we are
14 years married, 15
14
years
years
together.
married. Yeah.
Okay.
So we also ended up fostering a 17 going on 18-year-old. So yeah, we took her into our family as well. So yeah, we're a family of 6.
I love
And
that.
loving it.
That's awesome. You get the group discount when you go to restaurants now, I imagine, too. So.
You do, yeah.
Hey,
Well, we're trying.
you're
It just hasn't worked yet, but
Okay.
we're trying.
We'll see if we can figure that out for you. You know, this experience obviously is I'm certain, has really, you know, not everybody goes through this sort of thing. But what have you learned, and how can we actually learn from using our blended families as a way to actually become tighter knit?
Yeah, sure. So, kind of what we learn is with blended families, there's so many challenges that come our way, right?
Right.
You got so many outside influences. You've got the dynamics of your house. You've got just the busyness of life that can really just overwhelm our schedules. And so we found just through all that whenever we can be more intentional in our families, whenever we can start creating more opportunities to where we can have fun, when we're making family nights priority, when we're making date nights in our marriage priority, when we're really focusing on those relationships, but making it intentional and then forming life around that's the win. Whenever you're having more fun, we say you see less problems.
You know, because you're inheriting, both of you had to inherit kids that, you know, you probably didn't think about, and so you really concentrate on that because you want them to grow up. But there's also that marriage, as you just mentioned, involved in that. So how do you put your marriage first when you have a blended family, and what does that actually even mean?
Yeah, I think it's hard in a blended family because when you come in, you've experienced your partner leaving, right? In some
Yes.
form or some way. And you have this bond with your children. So it is very hard to come into a blended family and put that marriage as a priority. But if your marriage is not strong, you find yourself in the same situation again, right? And so it is taking this very intentional time of, okay, how can we make our marriage stronger?
Uh-huh.
How can we be very intentional, like Randall was saying, putting it on the calendar, having these date nights, not only prioritizing your family time, but how can we spend quality time each day coming together, checking in with each other? We call it couch time. It doesn't have to be on the couch, but you're just sitting down having conversation and really going into just the details of your day, right?
Yeah.
And making that a time that works for you and your family, because we do all have busy schedules, but also prioritizing date night as often as you can. We like to say once a week for at least 30 minutes. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. You can just do it after the kids go to bed or something. You can, just close yourself off in the bedroom, go out on your back porch,
Right.
but just really putting that time first. But then the other key piece in that is communicate, being able to come together as a team and talk about things that are going on the inside, but also just life in general.
Well, how do you deal, Randy, with you're not my dad. I don't have to listen to you. I mean, it's seriously. I mean, I'm sure that has come up in some form or fashion. I mean, these are not your kids. How do you parent a kid that's not actually your own?
Yeah, so great question. That can be the challenge. But one thing that we've learned is like she was saying, we have to parent as a team. So, whenever you, like you said, you get in that, you're not my dad, it's really understanding why they're saying that and saying,
Okay.
I'm not, and I understand, but you know what?
Mhm.
I love you and I'm here for you. What's going on? And just always making yourself approachable and try not to take it personal, because a lot of times it's just the position, it's not you.
Yeah.
There a lot of times our kids are struggling on the inside because of the blended family, because they're having to bounce from two different dynamics a lot of times. And so it's really being empathetic to what they're going through and just showing that you're there, you love, you care for them. But then whenever it's a hard time, a challenge or something, being able to say, you know what, listen, I hear you. Let me take some time to think about this, trying to remove ourselves to step back for a minute. And
Right.
then me and my spouse are going to come together and talk about and say, hey, honey, this is what happened. What do you think? I think this, I think that. Instead of just letting our emotions get the best of us like we can, right? We're all human, but being able to step back and kind of control the situation a little better, but allowing us to come together, talk about it, come up with a common solution. That way now we can come as a united front and really be there for our kids in a better way.
Well, we appreciate you sharing your blended family with us. If folks want more information, where would you like them to go to find out how to be the best blended family that they can be?
Sure. You can
Yeah.
find us on our website, Enjoying Your Blended Family. We give a lot of information on our podcast. We're on social media, Instagram,
You'll
Facebook.
see us having a lot
You'll
of
see
fun.
us dancing, having a
Oh,
lot of fun.
all right. I love it. Well, good luck to all of you. And again, thank you for letting us into your life. We appreciate it. It's something that it's a new experience by all means. And we appreciate you sharing that with us. We got more Daily Flash coming up right around the corner. We're talking travel time. When we return, we're going to find out if it's going to be cheaper or lesser to doing some holiday travel this year. Find out when we return.